You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, Black and White Sports fans, we're going to be talking about one of the most despicable people out there in the sports world. And I'm not talking about LeBron James, not LaChana James, but this person is right up there with a LeBron James. We've done videos on this person before, and we had a pretty big video last year talking about this person. And we're talking about Megan Rapinoe. Megan Rapinoe is highly unlikable. Highly unlikable. She actually may be the most unlikable person out there in sports. Some kind of way, Subway thought it was a good idea to actually have Megan Rapinoe do endorsements for them. And she's on commercials. Now, last year, franchisees said, no, you should actually drop Megan Rapinoe because she is bad for business. And guys, the news that we're going to be talking about today confirms all of that. But first, guys, make sure you guys go over to blackandwhitenetwork.com. Check out the content over there. We also have memberships available as well. Memberships just start at $5 per month. We talk about stuff that YouTube really doesn't want us to talk about. So grab a membership today or go ahead and shop for the merch. And if you do get the merch, use the discount code LaChana1. It will save you 26%, folks. So let's get into this. Report: backlash over ads featuring Anthem kneeler Megan Rapinoe adds to Subway's woes. Now, guys, we knew this was coming. The franchisees who put their money in the Subway knew that this person right here, this despicable human being who kneels for the national anthem, is not good for business. And Subway is paying the price. So let's read this. The Subway fast food chain has been struggling even before the coronavirus, but many franchise owners also felt hiring U.S. soccer star and national anthem protester Megan Rapinoe as a national spokesperson was no help at all. According to a report in the New York Post, Subway lost 1,043 outlets in 2021, which was more than the outlets they opened. Folks, Subway is tanking here. And this is the article here from New York Post from April the 28th. Subway lost more than 1,000 U.S. locations last year, filings revealed. This Subway franchise or organization, company, whatever you want to call it, is tanking. In some kind of way, they thought it was a good idea to have Megan Rapinoe as a pitch man for their product. Big time mistake. Folks, look at the NBA. LeBron James. Let's go back to him for a second here. LeBron James got in that bubble in 2020. The biggest star in the NBA knelt for the national anthem, and guess what? People walked away from the NBA. People hate the kneeling. People hate the disrespect to the country. Megan Rapinoe, she does that before every single game. She's more concerned about kneeling for the national anthem than actually winning soccer matches. And people do not like when players kneel for the anthem. What happened to the NFL? When Colin Kaepernick was out there kneeling for the anthem, guess what? The ratings tanked. Everyday Americans, man, they love their country. They do. I would say 99% of white people, black people, Hispanics are very, very good people. But the woke sports media and the woke media in general wants you to think that like half of this country is racist, including Megan Rapinoe. Now, this is a woman with a Black Lives Matter avatar as her Twitter picture. Ridiculous. It says the loss only added to the 1,609 loss in 2020 at the height of the coronavirus hysteria and the 999 loss in 2019. The number of closed restaurants means that Subway's national footprint has contracted 15% since 2019 and 22% overall since 2016. In contrast, McDonald's only contracted 3.4% over the past few years during the COVID mess. So what is going wrong? Well, some franchise owners feel that hiring Megan Rapinoe was just one of the contributing factors to Subway's mounting woes. Coming on the heels of the 2015 debacle, when national spokesperson Jared Fogle was convicted and went to jail on, you know what that says right there. You guys know what he said. I'm not even going to repeat it here. Pretty disgusting. And just as Subway was losing a record number of locations, the company's chiefs in his Milford, Connecticut headquarters hired Rapinoe hot off the U.S. national women's soccer team's loss of the gold at the Tokyo Olympics. We covered that, folks. But franchise owners were extremely unhappy with the decision. Indeed, the struggling fast food company was met with an organized boycott by customers who were upset that Subway would choose to laud a woman who attended an Olympics on foreign soil only to protest against the country that made her rich. Yeah. And this is what these woke athletes do. You get woke, you go broke. And Subway, you decide to hire a woke athlete, and guess what? You're going broke. Some franchise owners were furious that Subway chose such a radical and controversial political figure to push their product. Quote, spending our money to make a political statement is completely and totally out of bounds, one Arizona franchisee reportedly complained last year. Another Subway location shared a boycott notice that a customer had taped on the store's door with the media. Quote, the ad should be pulled and done with, another franchisee wrote of Rapinoe's national commercial. It gets tiring apologizing. Subway never officially responded to the complaints about the Rapinoe spots, but they didn't play very long. Regardless, the company's foothold in the U.S. market continues to slip, and hiring people who are perceived as anti-American like Rapinoe is not helping reverse the decline. Well, Subway, you should have saw this coming. You were already struggling, and you hired a woke anti-American activist. What did you think was going to happen? You should have listened to your franchisees, and now your franchisees are losing money. I used to eat Subway. I did. Sandwiches taste pretty good, but there's other places out there. Actually, Lenny's out here in Houston is actually better, but I digress. All you guys that like sub sandwiches, do you actually eat at Subway? And if you don't, why don't you actually do? Was Megan Rapinoe a part of your reason to actually walk away from eating Subway sandwiches? Let us know that in the comments below. But I'm not surprised, guys. I'm not surprised that Subway is struggling. When you put an anti-American activist as your spokesperson, guess what? It's going to go very, very bad. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.